A town that once flourished because of the coal mining industry began to witness supernatural activity after a death in a train tunnel.
A History of Moonville, Ohio, and a collection of its haunting tales explores the history of the small town deep in the backwoods of Vinton County. With us now is William Cullen, the author of A History of Moonville. Thank you for being with us this evening.
Thank you.
You've already written a book called An Accident at Moonville, and that's fictional. Now, what inspired you to write this nonfiction book?
The second one is for those who didn't want to read the fictional book, but just wanted the nonfiction story.
And what inspired you to write about Moonville in the first place? What is so interesting about this place?
What's so interesting about this place is because it is a history of Ohio in and of itself. I first read about Moonville in a book called Weird Ohio. After reading that, I wanted to find out where Moonville was, not only historically, but physically where it was located. So I went down and checked it out, and then I did some research here at Ohio University, some research in MacArthur, and a little bit up in Nelsonville, and then put it all together for a story and fiction and nonfiction.
You were telling me earlier that this place really got going in the 1830s with coal, and that the man that started it maybe wanted to make money in the Civil War. Tell us about what happened to cause the spooky activities to begin.
Well, the spooky activities really began when the railroad was going through Moonville and people were having accidents. You know, trains would run over the citizens of Moonville, plus some of the other towns along the route. Railroad workers would get run over or get hit by the tunnel as they were working. It was just culmination of things, plus there was a smallpox epidemic out there as well. So many different things happen in this little mining town out in Vinton County.
And the focal point in this little mining town was the tunnel. Why was that tunnel so dangerous?
Well, the reason the tunnel was so dangerous, it's very narrowly built, and the trains would run through there from Athens going to Cincinnati at 50 miles an hour. And if you're caught inside that tunnel, you're going to get hit. And this happened on several occasions, to men and women both.
Southeastern Ohio has so many ghost stories attached to it. What made this spot so interesting to you? What was so unique about it that attracted you to it?
The location of it, being out in the remote area of southeastern Ohio, is just such a unique place to go out and see. It's not just a house or a hotel, but it's a tunnel out in the middle of a remote area of Vinton County, which is just not very far from here. It's just a very unique place, and then when you go out there and you see it, it's just fascinating. I was just very much taken by it.
If someone wants to get a hold of your book, where can they get it?
Well, they can order it online at exlibris.com, Barnes & Noble, and Amazon.com, and Border as well.
William Cullen, thank you so much for taking the time to speak with us this evening.
Thank you, Erin.
Sports is coming up next with Tanner Smith.
But first, here's a look at what's coming up tonight on WOUB, your public television station.